Hey, what's up, everybody? Dallas Cowboys blog. Talking about this post-game Cowboys versus the Buccaneers. Is it serious? What a game. What a game, guys. Um, yeah, so I just wanted to collect myself before I get on here live and on air. But hell of a game. You know what I mean? Hell of a game. But a loss is a loss. Fuck the moral victories. Stick that shit up the ass. Okay, like I'm not about moral victories, but you know, when you look at the whole scope of the game, this team looks pretty good moving forward. You know what I mean? You can't win every game, right? You know what I mean? So let's talk about the positives first. Positive, Dak Prescott played out of his mind. Played out of his mind. Go ahead and give him that comeback of the year player trophy right now. Okay? Give him that trophy because that guy played insane tonight. You know what I mean? So shout out to Dak Prescott. Um, He looked really good, man. He looked really good. Your wide receiver one on this team is Amari Cooper. All right, it is. That guy is still the best of the best, dude. He's still, one of the top receivers in the game. I know there's always these lists that come out in the offseason. They always omit Amari Cooper. I don't know why, dude, but he's definitely the best receiver in this game. All right. Michael Gallup left with some sort of ankle injury of some sort, so we'll see how he looks for the rest of the season. The next game, CD Lamb had a bit of an inconsistent game, but turned it on here in the fourth quarter. That really helped out the team. He needs to clean up his catching. Right, he's dropping a little bit too many passes, but he came in clutch here at the end of the game. All right. I thought for the most part there was some pretty good game calling, in this game, but it was just too much to overcome. Anthony Brown, he sucks. All right, Anthony Brown has to get the hell out of Dallas. You can't keep rolling that guy out there for the rest of the year. You're going to play some more teams that have good weapons in the aerial attack, and Anthony Brown has proved that he can't do it, man. He can't do it. The kicker, Greg Zuerlein, get that piece of shit out of here. That guy fucking sucks, bro. I can't even say how many times I was yelling at this TV tonight, man. That Greg Zuerlein, he's got the yips. You got to play for the touchdown. You know what I'm saying? The defense, it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. All right. The thing about the offseason, these guys get too hyped. You know what I mean? Like, I knew that this defense was going to have some early struggles early in the season. 31 points. That's a lot of points, man. Anthony Brown, a big part of that. You know what I mean? So if they can figure out, if Dan Quinn can figure out what to do there with Anthony Brown, and let's see what let's see if Kelvin Joseph can give us something, man. You know what I mean? He didn't make it here. He's on short term IR, but man, we're gonna need him. You know what I mean? Anthony Brown doesn't have the closing speed. You saw him get burnt by an old Antonio Brown. He's still fast though. You know what I mean? So there was no closing speed. Anthony Brown has zero closing speed. He sucks. He's not any good, man. He's a huge liability. The swapping of the linebackers in and out, especially in the first half of the game, I don't care for that. You know what I mean? I don't care for that. Michael Parsons, a first-round pick. He's a 4-down linebacker. Keep him in the game. Keanu O'Neal, I think he played okay. Leighton Vander Esch had some stops there. Jalen Smith, he wasn't really. He had a stop here and there on Fournette. I want more consistency at the linebacker position. You know what I mean? So hopefully they're going to figure that out here. They'll clean it up. I thought Dan Quinn did a good job, for the most part, with the adjustment, I really wanted the halftime adjustment is really what I wanted. In that there. So we'll talk about that. A lot of topics here. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna try to get through these super chats. I know there's a couple coming through. I'm just trying to hit up the talk about the game here. Um, but man, I got distracted for a second. What do you guys think of the game? Is it a moral victory? I don't like using the word moral victory because I've always said a loss is a loss. I hate the people that say it's early, relax, this and that. You need these games. This isn't baseball or basketball where you have 80 plus games to make it up. You got to win these games. But I will say the performance on the offense, the offense is good, man. Dalton Schultz, he's a baller, bro. He's a baller. I think you got to find a way to re-sign him. You got to find a way to re-sign him. And honestly, Michael Gallup, if he, when he comes back from his injury, I think this is another guy that do you use a franchise tag on him? Do you re-sign him? You know, um, the offensive line, I think, did a really phenomenal job for the most part. There were some plays that were not good. Tyron Smith had the bad hold, which was kind of questionable. I thought that was a BS penalty, but at the wrong time of the game, without a doubt. Biadasz and Connor Williams had a lot of trouble with Vita Vea there in the on the back part of the game there. So I don't know if that was an endurance thing because for the first half of the game, Vita Vea was kind of, they held him. He didn't really do much. You know what I mean? Sue, these guys, they did a pretty good job. Connor McGovern had an outstanding game. If you want to move on from Connor Williams, McGovern's your guy. No doubt about it. He's good to go. He's ready to rock and roll. But yeah, I think that might have been an endurance thing there at towards the end of the game when Connor Williams and Biadasz kind of got trucked by Vita Vea. He got that leverage and just pushed them, collapsed that pocket. Lyle Collins, I thought had a pretty good game for the most part. I think I saw him get beat maybe one time. Tyron Smith had a really good game except that hold. So for the most part, I think the offensive line did pretty good. Yeah, penalties. You gotta see some of that in the comments there. Penalties. We had some BS penalties. You just can't leave it to these refs, man. You can't leave it to these refs. Let me get into some of the comments here, guys. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? How are you guys feeling for the rest of the season? You know what I mean? How are you guys feeling for the rest of the season? Elmatic7, I appreciate your super chat, bro. I can't find your comment, man. I know you put it in a super chat there. Appreciate you, Elmatic7. Appreciate you, bro. I'll get to some of the comments here. Yeah, they did show a lot of heart, man. It's a weird thing, right? It's a weird thing. You kind of win with a loss, but you don't want a moral victory because you're 0-1 and you gave up 31 points. But I think what fans and myself have hope for is that this looks like a different team. That these guys came back and they did make some adjustments, defending Super Bowl champs, and they were in the game. They stayed in the game. They took the lead at the end of the game. They had the game won, but they couldn't close it out. They couldn't close it out. That drive where they got the field goal, those penalties, and false start and all that other crap that happened there, that screwed us. We needed to come out of that final drive with a touchdown, not a field goal. You know what I mean? That would have put a lot more pressure. The running game, honestly, I didn't expect us to be able to run on this team. So as far as like the Zeke, those stats in Pollard and these kind of things, I'm not concerned about that. He's gonna get his in some of these other games that are coming up. I'm not concerned about that. Dak Prescott looked really good, man. Really, really impressive. I can't say that enough. Donnie Darko, appreciate you. Why are people saying we needed to run the ball? This was a winning offensive strategy. Try to run the ball 25 times, we would have lost. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, running. This was going to be a shootout. this was going to be a shootout all the way. Donnie, I agree. There was just no way that this could be a running strategy, and I think McCarthy knew that. And I think the game plan was you're going to have to feed these receivers and hope that they can beat their guys, which they did. They did a good job. Cooper did pretty good. Dalton Schultz hit those soft spots. I think Jarwin had a catch or two there as well. So he spread the ball out, man. Like I mean, Dak Prescott was the most impressive part of this game. The most impressive part of this game was Dak Prescott. Um, yeah. Here's a comment here I like from Al. Felt like the last team with the ball would win. Yeah, it was definitely one of those games. This game was definitely playoff worthy. This had a playoff vibe to it. You know what I mean? And if this is any kind of indication of what the Cowboys have for us in the future, I think we're gonna be sitting good. I mean, for me, I come out of this game and I'm like, dude, we're the cream of the crop of the NFC East. You know what I mean? Like for real. Like I don't see the Giants being able to do that against Tampa Bay. I don't see Philadelphia doing that. Washington, I think their defense, could give them some issues, but do they have enough firepower? Do they have the quarterback? I don't think they do. So Cowboys, NFC East, I think you got to feel really good about that. You know what I mean? So I think we have the Chargers next. If I'm correct, guys, let me know in the chat box if that's our next opponent. Is that at home or is it on the road? Let me know what you guys think about that one there. Uh Tom Brady though, dude, he's been so clutch forever. So clutch forever. Yeah, I did see that. This is a good one here. Jared Crook. Did you catch what Dak said to Brady at the end of the game? Dak goes, "We'll see you in the playoffs." Yeah, I did see that exchange there between Brady and Dak. So it could be, man. It could be a preview of the playoffs, bro. It really could. And if it is, we're getting that. We're gonna get that next one, dude. Screw that. They're gonna clean it up, man. They're gonna clean it up. That's this team. This was a very, very good litmus test right out the gate. I hated that we lost. I was I was really angry at the end of the game, but there is a lot. There's a lot of positives to come from this, but they do have to. They got to clean up the defense, man. The defense. Oh, the defense, bro. Like that shit was Flat Matrix. I was shocked by Dan. No rust at all. Passion and fire throughout the entire game. Yeah, so I think Flat Matrix is talking about Dak Prescott. Dak looked good, man. That lat injury that he had, that affected his shoulder in training camp. You didn't see any effects of that at all. I was really keeping a close eye on that. Was he getting the ball out deep? Was it just short? Was it quick? He looked good, man. He threw all the passes, all the boundary passes, everything deep that needed to go deep. He hit those. So, yeah, man, he looked really good. Played with a lot of passion. He's definitely the leader of this team. Comeback player of the year, like I said. I can't wait for next week because I feel like we can really get on these Chargers, but you can't sleep on Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen. They have a pretty good crew there. Eckler, a shifty running back, so they're gonna pose some problems. But if you can clean it up, bro, if you can clean it up, appreciate everybody in the chat box, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat box. Sergio, super chat. Justin Herbert is gonna go after AB. Might as well put Bossman Fat in. At least he's got an excuse for being rookie. So yeah, Bossman Fat. He's on short term IR. So he's on I think 3 weeks. I think that's the projection for him to come back. He's on DTR. So he'll be back. He'll be back. But it's going to be one of those things where they have to figure out what to do with AB. Do they try Maurice Kennedy? Do you try to put him in there? Do you give him more reps in practice? They got to figure that shit out, bro. Because yeah, you're right. I mean, AB is going to be put to the test again. They got a pretty good receiving core there with the Chargers. They're pretty prolific on offense, so it's gonna be a good one, man. It's gonna be a good one. Yeah, Neshaun, right? Mm. Let's see what you do, man. I mean, it's It's hard to get worse than Anthony Brown right now. It really is, bro. Like it can't get any worse than Anthony Brown. That's why I honestly wouldn't mind, giving a shot at Nashawn Wright, Maurice Kennedy even, you know. But to roll out Anthony Brown out there again, forget about it. And the kicker, bro, go work out some kickers. That Zerline killed us, dude. I knew something was up when he missed that damn easy field goal and the missed point. I was just like, oh, it's this guy. There's something wrong with this guy. So he was out for a long time, man, dealing with some. I think they said he had some kind of back surgery. It seems like when these guys have back issues, I think Dan Bailey had a similar back issue at one point. Mike Vanderjagt had a back issue. When these guys get the back issue, it really affects these kickers, man. I mean, big time. It gets in their head. I was really shocked that he made that 48-yard field goal, to be honest. So, yeah, interesting. Interesting indeed, guys. A very crazy game, bro. It was back and forth. When we needed to get a stop, we got a stop, but it just wasn't enough. It was a heartbreaker. You know what I mean? Like you wanted the redemption story to to go its full course here with Dak Prescott, but you know, I feel good about this team moving forward, man. I really do. I feel good about us taking this division. Good litmus test, man. I hate that we lost, but damn, we got something here, guys. I think you're going to see that Mike McCarthy year 2 leap. You go from 6-10 to playoff caliber type stuff, dude. Playoff caliber. This was a playoff atmosphere game. It really was. The crowd, everybody, loud, playing in hostile environment. You know, I wish we would have won this game, guys. I wish we would have won it. That would have been icing on the cake. But next week, man, we'll get next week going, bro. I think we'll get next week going. But guys, I appreciate everybody that joined me live here to talk about the Cowboys real quick, post game report. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate all the super chats. Yeah, Kennedy. I don't think I saw him out there. But hell of a game, guys. Make sure you follow me on Cowboys Blog Net on Twitter. A great discussion on Twitter. I'm tweeting live, so if you guys want to get involved in that, hit me up on Twitter. The handle is up here. Cowboys Blog Net on Twitter. Hit me up. I'll follow you back. All right. Great discussion as the game goes. Tweeting live, losing my mind, eating all my teeth. They're raw as fuck. So I got to regrow all my shit for the the San Diego or LA Chargers game. But I think we're gonna take them, dude. I think we're gonna take them. Just got to make some more adjustments. Dan Quinn. Let's get that win next week, guys. Appreciate everybody that joined me in the chat box. Cowboys Corner. I see you out there, bro. We'll definitely do a little bit of a follow-up discussion on Tuesday's show for the Frisco Report. Hit up my boy, Cowboys Corner, Mike. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you real soon.